Let's hop into our week 13 picks. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-bam, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bam.
Dun-dun-dun.
First game we're talking about is the Carolina Panthers versus the Los Angeles Rams. Favored to win -10 versus the Panthers over under 40.5. I'm using NFL Pro to pull up the stats, and the odds are powered by DraftKings. Shout out DraftKings, future sponsor of the stream, the show, and our lives. Thoughts on this game?
Thoughts on this game. Before we say anything else, we should tell them our record this season, or at least let's say this record for week 12. We went 9-3.
9-3.
9-3, and those 3 losses. Whoopsies. Little
oops.
Little oops.
Patriots didn't cover. I think it was one
Patriots
of them.
Cover.
Cowboys covered. I had it on the back of that paper. On the back of my paper, David. I should have it.
I don't have it in here with me, but whatever it was.
Either way, 9-3 winning.
Losses. Yeah, 2-0 mortals.
2-0 mortals against the spread. 9-3 against the spread last week. We didn't film or record our Thanksgiving picks. Sorry about that. I did post them on Twitter, but we didn't put out for that. So for now, we definitely had. But I will say, Thanksgiving, we lost everything. No, all the teams that we wanted to win didn't win. And I had the Bears. I talked to David before coming home, and he said he had the Eagles. I said I had the Bears. Check DraftKings. He bet on the Bears. He listened to the right guy. And the Bears not only covered, they freaking won. So 1-3 so far on the week. Not good. 1-3 to start, but we're going to turn that around with the NFL Sunday slate. And I'm excited for this one.
This one too, and I feel like we may have a couple of opposing opinions on these games, but let's see. For the first one, Rams versus Panthers, you being a Rams guy, I feel like it's pretty obvious we're taking the Rams -10.
Taking the Rams -25.
I was about to say it could be -20, 25, and I'll still take it. The Panthers, I might do a little 2-ticket here because the Rams -10, and I'll also take the Panthers team total under 16.5.
That's their team total.
Team total.
Points per game, 18, 28th in the league. Oh,
yeah. Put up 9 points against the Niners, who have a pretty good defense, but the Rams defense is gonna smack them.
Yeah,
Rams number 9 defense in the league. I don't see the Panthers getting more than 10.
And we have the least amount of penalties. We're 3-2 in close games. Average margin of victory is 15.2. Point differential. We're first in point differential. We average 27.8 points a game, and the Panthers. Yeah, we're definitely gonna win this game. -10, -14. I'm all in.
Right. I mean, easy three pick parlay here. Rams -10 to cover again. Panthers team total under 16.5. Rams team total over 27.5.
Oh, that's an easy 3-pick. Oh, that is easy. Oh, but I don't listen. How much they scored 31 on the Bucs. You know what I mean?
The Panthers?
No, the Rams. The Rams scored 31 on the Bucs.
But what was the reason that they only scored 31 points? What did they do?
They just kept airing it out.
They kept airing it out, but after the first half was over, or we're going into the second half, they stepped off the gas. They didn't have to score any more points. We're up by 31 already, or we're up by 28, whatever it was. Why? Like, we don't have to beat them down any further. Let's just play it safe here. I feel like I didn't watch the end of that game. That was a game where I went to bed at halftime.
Yeah.
Most of America went to bed at halftime. What's even watching anymore?
Definitely loaded up some games at halftime. Like, I'll have this in the background. I will ride with you. You are a big unders guy. The unders have been hitting, so I can't deny the fact that unders have been hitting more than the overs. I like the 27.5 over for sure. Rams -10. We'll do that for the show. So that's the spread. We have Rams -10, but add to the card. Team total 27.5 over, and the under 44.5.
The under 44.5. The under for the Panthers team total under 16.5.
Okay. Lock it in. Add it to his card. -10 though for the Rams. That should be an easy one. At Carolina, if we lose that game, shoot me in the face, but in Minecraft. But that would be a tough loss. Next going in is going to be San Francisco at Cleveland. Shador's first home game in Cleveland. What is up, Nike Drips? Thanks for tuning in, brother.
See you, sir.
49ers at the Browns. Number one Shador hater. Go ahead.
My immediate pick looking at this, I don't know why this number is so low, but I'm taking the over right away. The over is 35.5. The Browns put up 24 points last week against a shitty Raiders team, sure. But I'm thinking, realistically, the 49ers will get at least 21 points. Then all I need is from the Browns is 14 or 15 to get over. But 35.5 just seems very, very low for a game like this. Yeah. The Browns last week showed that they can move the ball up and down the field. The 49ers will move the ball up and down the field. These teams are both going to score, and they will get over 35 points combined.
Whoa. Oh, yeah, for sure. Both teams combined, yes, for sure. I think I kind of ride with you with that on the over. That is crazy, 35.5. Shador did score. They did score. The Browns did score, I think, like 20 points, was it? Whatever many points they scored.
And they should have had 27, but they punted on the 29-yard line.
Yeah, so the Browns can definitely score. That 49ers defense is banged up. So are you taking -4 or +4, though? What are we talking about? I hear you're the over. Who are you taking to win?
That's my pick for the game is the over.
You're not betting the spread on this one?
I'm not going to bet the spread on this one. I mean, it's one of those games where the 49ers might cover, but they also might not. The Browns will score a lot. It'll end up being a game where they win by maybe a field goal for just out of nowhere for no reason. So I'm not taking that chance. The over is the easiest bet in this, I think, this week for this game.
I'm taking the Browns +4.5. I ain't scared. I'm taking the Browns +4.5. Give me Shador Sanders at home. Can you see me real quick?
I can see you.
Fucking, you know what I mean?
You know what time it is.
Give me Shador Sanders.
Hey, what kind of watch is this? Yeah, guess what kind of watch this is.
Don't zoom in.
Don't zoom. It's glistening. That's enough for me.
But I'm ready for him to fucking, and I need the 49ers to lose. Biggest reason I need the 49ers to lose. So I'm definitely going to take the Browns +4.5. I agree with you. I think it's going to be a close game because of that Browns defense. I have more faith in the Browns defense than the 49ers defense. So in that sense, I think the Browns can stop the 49ers offense. I don't think the 49ers defense can stop the Browns offense. I think the Browns offense can stop themselves. So for that reason, I'm going to take the Browns +4.5. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Next game. Oof, this is my game of the week and also definitely my mortal. Definitely my mortal. My mortal is the Texans +3.5. Texans 3.5. My mortal should be the Texans money line. I think the Texans are gonna blow the doors off the Colts. JJ Watt's calling this game with Iron Eagle. He is a Texans guy. It's gonna be in the Loud House in Lucas Oil Stadium. Yes, the Colts are first in points per game. Yes, they have the number 1 ranked offense, and they're going against the number 1 ranked defense. It's no joke, folks. I have more confidence in the defense than I do in Daniel Jones because Daniel Jones showed me 2 weeks in a row you can't put the game on him. The pressure gets a little bit too much, and Danny Dimes goes away, and we get some other we get that New York Giants, Daniel Jones. And Jonathan Taylor has been absent this past 2 games. Got to see him back in there. What is going on with the Colts? You can win this game. I think the Colts may win this game, but I riding the Texans +3.5. modal for the week. Lock it in. Danielle Hunter, Will Anderson Jr., big fans rooting for the Texans on this one.
100%. The Texans will. I agree with the money line idea too. I think the Texans can win this game outright. Danny Dimes again has struggled against these good defenses week after week after week. C.J. Stroud is reported to be back. I think he is clear to be back now. The Texans have won 4 of the last 5 games without Stroud. They are on a 3-game win streak, potentially 4 games after this game. I think that Danny has to show up if he wants to be considered like a legitimate quarterback. He has to show up. I think he's going to have a very rough day. I think he's going to get sacked at least 4 times. He's going to see some pressure that he has not seen in the past. This game reminds me a lot of when they played the Steelers. Mm-hmm. When the Colts played the Steelers were in his face constantly, and he looked like he was scared.
You did say that. You did say that.
He's going to see a 280-pound man running towards him. You'll see the fear in his eyes again. He's going to get hit one time. He's going to be slow to get up, and he's going to be like, get me out of here.
It's raps.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, like what was like Aaron Rodgers? He got hit. The first time he gets hit, he breaks his wrist. Like, what is going on? You can't take a hit. What is going on?
He's frail. He's like 55 years old,
and that's the difference. Though he is old. Daniel Jones is scared. Like,
yeah, he looks scared.
And I think part of that is like Shane Steichen needs to recognize that and like feed Jonathan Taylor a little bit. Can I go no hat? I'm gonna go no hat. Feed Jonathan Taylor a little bit here, and freaking take the pressure off of Daniel Jones a little bit. And trust that offensive line a little bit more. Just to your offensive line prefers going forward than backwards. Every offensive line player prefers their first step to be a forward step than a backward step. So run the freaking ball. That's the only thing I can see them technically winning this game is by running the ball. But even then, you still got that defensive front, that line that I can't not have faith in.
Mistaken.
Mouth a little closer to the mic, please. Couldn't hear you.
It's the defensive line that has 7 sacks or a sack in 7 games in a row. I'm pretty sure.
Come on now.
They're going to be coming after him.
We know, but Myles Garrett's obviously running away with defensive player of the year. But that I think you can give Will Anderson Jr. and Danielle Hunter one, like just both on the end alone, just disrupting games. Very, very excited for this game. This game means a lot. This game also holds a lot of weight, so that's why I'm very, very excited for this game. Any last thoughts on this one? I know it's your team. I know I picked I'm betting on your team. I know you're a new Texans fan, and we'll definitely be watching this closely. But any thoughts for you?
Thought is anger. You took my potential mortal, but I respect it. They're going to win this game, and I can't wait for them to win it.
Yeah, I mean, I told you this was my game of the week, and this was my mortal. I was like, this is my game of the week and my mortal because I have so much confidence in this game, and I just really feel passionate about the Texans winning. My other mortal was going to be the Browns game, but I leaned off that and went to the Texans. Next game for the 1 o'clock. So I'm excited for this one too. That's gonna be a good one. Next game for Sunday, the Sunday 1 p.m. slate. Saints at Miami Dolphins, a 2-19 versus going a 4-17. The spread for this game is -5.5, favoring the Dolphins over under 42.5. David, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean immediately Dolphins -5.5.
Yep. Me too.
The Dolphins are in a great spot here. They will have 3 wins in a row if they win this game. They beat the Bills, beat the Commanders. Like, these are teams that, I don't know, the Saints, they've allowed 20-plus points in 9 out of 11 games. The Saints defense.
Wow.
20-plus in 9 out of 11.
Wow.
So my initial thought right away is Dolphins -5.5 and also team total over 23.5. Tua will probably throw 3 or 4 touchdowns. They'll be in a very comfortable spot here. The Dolphins have only allowed 23 points in the last 2 games combined.
Mm-hmm.
Against the Bills' offense, when being one of those teams, Bills' offense that's supposed to be incredible, or at least in the middle ground somewhere. I know Josh Allen doesn't have a lot of receivers to throw to, but still, I think they'll hold the Saints to a very low score here. They'll blow them out, especially being at home. And yeah, Dolphins -5.5, easy pick for me.
I agree. I concur. Hopefully Tua doesn't cost this game up with some interceptions. That's going to be the one thing I will be concerned and be looking out for, is that Tua doesn't cost this game up like Trevor Lawrence almost did for his team. But I think A-Chan is going to run the ball down this defense's throat. I think they're definitely leaning heavy on the run. Play action will go well. Got to see if Darren Waller is playing. I haven't seen him on the active roster in a while. That's a good tight end for the Dolphins. And if they win here, I mean, their season's practically over. But 4-7 going 5-7, you never know in the AFC right now. A lot of teams are concerning for it. Dolphins -5.5. We locked that in. Next, we got the Falcons versus the Jets. Falcons favored -2.5 at freaking New York on that shitty field in MetLife. Over under 39.5. Didn't see this for the Falcons this year. Kind of hoped a better record for them coming into this latter half of the season. Maybe 500. Not necessarily a winning record, but 4-7. That's not good. That's not good at all.
Just a good run game too. It's just unfortunate you lose Michael Penix middle of the season / a little bit later in the season. It's a rough loss for them. Having Kirk Cousins as a backup is not a bad thing, but they're not going very far with this current lineup.
I'm taking the Falcons -2.5.
Yeah, it's a good call. Why do you say that though?
I'm taking just defense purely, and Kirk Cousins some more time with being the ones. Drake London, I don't have to see if he's back in the lineup too, but from what I think from recollection, I think he is playing. So I think I have faith for that, and also Bijan Robinson, brother. I think the offensive coordinator is also not that competent to not just feed the ball to BJ. Pause on the BJ, but that might be an offensive line struggle. I really haven't watched the Falcons play this year, and for a few games I watched them play, but I haven't sat down and watched a full game of the Falcons. I don't think they had a primetime game this year yet. I don't know if they have one, but definitely haven't sat there and watched it. Big Drake London fan, big Bijan Robinson fan, and Kyle Pitts as well. Michael Penix was my favorite quarterback coming out of the draft because I love to see a left-handed quarterback do well in the league. They talk crap about him a lot, and you rarely see him. So I kind of see those, and I'm like, oof, I hope he does well because I love to see the difference in passing. And they usually say like left-handed throwers are more accurate. So I wanted to see that out of him, and I love an accurate passer. But the inconsistency that we see from him and J.J. McCarthy and some of these quarterbacks that just can't make that hump. We're seeing quarterbacks make that hump like Bo Nix, Drake May, Caleb Williams. Like, there's a new era of quarterbacks that are definitely being competitive and coming to win. And we got to see that from J.J., Michael, and who else was drafted in that class right there? Jackson Dart. I mean, he's playing well, but he's a rookie too. But I forget who else was in that draft class. We had that. Either way. Those quarterbacks, certain quarterbacks from that draft class last year are playing good football in their second year. Oh, Jaden Daniels, but he's injured. And we need to see that from Michael Penix when he comes back. But Kirk Cousins, this is his job to have because Michael Penix necessarily wasn't balling out. So I wasn't really, impressed. But I am a fan because I want him to do well.
I want the team to do well. I want the Falcons in general to do well. They're a fun team to watch, especially again with Robinson. And just for some extra comfort or cushion here, when it comes to the Jets, obviously their record is horrendous, but they're 1-5 at home.
Yeah.
So this would be their 1-6 game.
And to be honest with you, -2.5. That's so little.
Yeah, right. It's so low. I think it's because people don't assume the Falcons will score a lot, and they also think that the Jets won't score a lot. The Jets' offense not consistently, but semi-consistently just stalls. They start off hot and then just slow down to that. When they played the Patriots, it came out 7-0 within the first quarter. Just moving the ball up the field, no problem. And then second half came to a stop, and the Patriots end up covering a 13.5 spread.
Yeah, I think a lot of red zone defenses, have changed and wavered to, we'll let you get all the yards and all that until we get into the red zone, and then we'll stop you from the touchdown. And the Jets can't even get to the red zone. So, and the MetLife field is trash. Watch out for injuries. I pray no injuries on that game. No major injuries. No torn ACLs, none of that, God willing. Next game for 1 o'clock slate that we have is going to be the Cardinals versus the Buccaneers. Buccaneers favored -4.5, over under 45.5 at Tampa. 6-5 Tampa. The Rams just smacked them. They are a good team. Cardinals, a couple points here, there, a pass here, a catch there, a touchdown here, a touchdown there. They could be 500. They're not. What do you have going into this game?
The Cardinals, kind of based off what you're saying here, they always seem like they're just in the game. They just cannot ever close it out or get to that point of being like winning it, basically. For me, I picked the Bucs here to cover the -4.5. Obviously, you got absolutely spanked, belt to ass last week against the Rams, but the Rams are just one of those teams that are going to beat everyone they play for the most part. The Bucs seem deflated. They seem defeated. Last week, if you remember, though, I talked about the Chiefs. I said I want to see some fight out of the Chiefs. They fought and they came back and beat the Colts. I'm giving the Bucs the same chance here. Show us some fight. Show us that your season is not over. Show us that that game does not define you. Baker Mayfield, I know he can only do so much magic, but I think that realistically, they can pull this one out and beat the Cardinals by at least 4.5. Cardinals are also 1-6 on the road and 1-6 against the spread on the road.
Okay, yeah, I mean the Cardinals, they're in our division. I see them play a lot. I want McBride to go to a different team. I wish they traded him. Jacoby Brissett is not the answer. Kyler Murray is also not the solution either. They're definitely going to be in the hunt for a quarterback. I would love to see who they get. Maybe they do a signing in the free agency. But who you got covering for this one?
Yeah, the Bucs. Bucs -4.5. That's also going to be my mortal for the week.
Bucs -4.5 is your mortal for the week.
Yeah. I think they're going to come back big here. I think that Baker, again, he has some good receivers out there. Like, the team can win these games. They just unfortunately played the Rams, who have an amazing defense last week. And that's not like a testament to whether or not they're a good team. Like, they just happen to play a very, very, very good team. People see that and they're like, oh, the Bucs are done. Their season's over. I don't think the magic's gone quite yet. I think Baker still has something in him.
I definitely do think Baker. We have to check out for that shoulder injury. Even then, I like Teddy Bridgewater. Even though when he first jogged out there, I was like, is this a college kid? To see him still playing in the league is fantastic for me. I remember when he was with the Lions. That dude bounced around a lot. But if he plays, Bucky Irving's coming back too. I would definitely see the Bucs handling that easily. All right. Last game for a 1:00 slate, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars against the Tennessee Titans. Jacksonville favored -6, over under 41.5 at Tennessee. Titans 1-10, and Jacksonville right there behind the Colts with 7-6, number 6 in the AFC. What you got for this one, bud?
Playing well. It's funny. You picked the Jags 2 weeks in a row to cover. And they did cover for you, so I'm going to pick them here as well.
Yeah.
-6 to cover. They scored 27+ points in 5 consecutive games.
Yep.
27+. They have a formula that works. They're going to run the ball a lot. They're going to come after the quarterback, and that's going to be enough to win this game by at least 14 points. Cam Ward, you're going to have another rough day. I'm so sorry, buddy. I know you you're already the winner for most sacks ever of a quarterback. Numbers going higher. We're going to make sure nobody else ever reaches it.
And this is the problem with rookies, quarterbacks in the NFL, and like what the can hurt his development in Cam Ward is that stat right there. Being sacked so many times, it's not fun, 1. 2, it makes you second guess yourself. It makes you second guess your team. It makes you like coaching. Like, you hear him talking back to his coach. You hear him talking like crazy because he wants to win. He is a competitor. Do I think it's going to affect him? I hope not. But we've seen it before. We've seen it before where quarterbacks go to a team that just keep getting sacked and sacked and sacked. And like people talk about right now, Joe Burrow came back and he's injury prone, whatever. You can't win games without an offensive line, period, on offense. You can't win games. And sometimes that's quarterbacks making adjustments in the pass protections. That means that's also coaches scheming up different type of run plays, play action plays, short passes, so that your offensive line has that momentum and doesn't get tired out. But that right there is definitely, and the Jacksonville defense is stellar. Now, this could easily be a sneaky win game for the Titans. And Trevor Lawrence can freaking, the Jags can go in this game thinking it's going to be an easy win, and because they think like that, coughed up this game. That's my only concern for this one. is that. But because when they play the Raiders, they went to overtime.
Yeah, rough.
Come on. So that's my only concern with this game, but I'm riding with you. Jags -6 versus the Titans. How are you feeling so far about the 1:00 slate? I mean, this is probably one of the most exciting 1:00 slates for me, at least.
Yeah, I would say it's like I feel like that too. It's very exciting, especially because at the point of the season that we're in, where these games matter even more. In the past, the 1:00 games, like it's just a good thing to watch until the Sunday Night Football game, if anything. But all these games going on matter in a certain capacity. For whether it's a team to get to a better position for the playoffs potentially, whether they are in the hunt, or it's just a team that's playing for pride. All of these games matter, and that's what makes it fun to watch.
For sure. Like I said, Texans versus Colts. Texans my mortal, and we have David's mortal at the Bucs -4.5. So both mortals right there. If you want to parlay those together, make some money. David also had that 4-pick or 3-pick parlay of the Rams -10, Panthers 16.5, team total under, taking the under for the whole game, right? And then team total over for the Rams 27.5. So a lot of good picks there. A lot of good 1:00 games to enjoy yourself. Not necessarily have to glue to the TV, but perfect enough that you get to enjoy it. Let's head into the 4:00 slate, shall we? 4:00 slate. The first game I have for you, Mr. Marrero, giving out your government name just like that. Vikings versus Seahawks. Seahawks favored -11.5. Over under 41.5. And breaking news. The undrafted rookie is starting for this game. J.J. McCarthy out on concussion protocol. Give me the Seahawks -11.5.
It could be -20. I'll take them.
Yep. Next game going in over there. Sorry, Vikings. No shade. Seahawks definitely better team. J.J. McCarthy.
No shade. You guys are just on the fraud list, so you don't get any attention.
Oh, we'll talk about the fraud list later. I did not know that. David's giving me a sneak peek into who's on his fraud list. Watch out for David's first edition of teams on his fraud list. So that's going to be exciting. Vikings versus Seahawks, though. Seahawks -11.5. Even if they don't cover, I'm down to lose the one because they'll get some garbage time, but I don't even think, unless this undrafted rookie, if we lose this because an undrafted rookie quarterback balls out, good for him. Good for him. And 9, watch out for your starting position. You might be, and don't make it a Brock Purdy situation. Don't make it a Brock Purdy situation when they drafted Trey Lance, and then Brock Purdy came in, and he played better, and Trey Lance is, I don't even know on what team he's on. I think he's with the Chargers. Either way.
Put him in the 9th slot of starting QBs. Put 9 in the 9th slot.
Next game, we have the Raiders versus the Chargers. Chargers favored -9.5. Against the Raiders at Chargers. Over under 40.5. What do you think?
It's one of the interesting games. Divisional game.
Yeah.
The Chargers need this so bad, man. They need a blowout win. They need a tune-up game. I feel like since they lost to the Jaguars, it doesn't really seem like... I haven't heard their names. It just seems like a very quiet team all of a sudden. They are slowly crawling down towards the bottom of the division too, but the Chiefs open the window for them here. They could be in the 2nd spot and be in that spot very comfortably. So I'm going to take the Chargers -9.5.
Really?
And because Geno Smith gave the finger to the fans. And that's another reason I'm not going to bet on that team to win, or even cover the spread.
Yes. I remember you saying this.
It's one thing to lose a game; it's another thing to show hatred towards your fan base. You paid money to be there; they want to see you guys win. They might say something terrible to him. We can never know what they said, but there's no excuse for that.
You get paid millions to ignore those comments from the fans.
That's true. Everyone is human. I can respect having a bad day or having a bad week or a bad season or a bad year, whatever it might be, but you have to maintain your composure in moments like that.
Geno Smith is going to probably be on his way out of the Raiders. He's probably going to restart the whole new regime in Las Vegas. Tom Brady reportedly unhappy with what's going on in Las Vegas. I will also take the Chargers -9.5. The over under. I think the under will hit on this game. I don't think it will be a high scoring game. If anything, I think it'll be probably like a 21 to like 12 type of game.
Under like 40.5, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I definitely think this is an under game. Chargers need to win this though to even be considered legit. I think personally, just because the Chargers are known to charger. Like there is a phrase called chargering, where the Chargers look good and then late in the end of the season or postseason they just fumble and they don't look good. And obviously they have a lot of injuries this year, but no excuse. Let's play football. Come on, you guys can do it. I believe in Jim Harbaugh.
In the whole season charging, then they unplug their phone and still dead somehow when the playoffs start. What are we doing out here? We need to win games. I'm not gonna forgive them for losing to the Jaguars like that ever.
Yeah, that was a beatdown, dude. I can't imagine the money that was lost on that game, dude. That was a
never forgive them for that.
Down. That was a beat down. That's definitely a mental reset for the Chargers. And I think the Chargers are going to wear that loss with that chip on their shoulder for the rest of the season. I hope so. And also, Marion Hampton, supposedly held off IR and full participant, might be playing this week. So watch out for that one. Dog. That's a dog right there. Next game in our 4 o'clock slate. And the last game, I think? No, we got one more. Oh, no, last game of the 4 o'clock slate. Yeah, last game of the 4 o'clock slate. Big game here. Bills versus Steelers. I think this is probably the most important. This is the 4 o'clock game I'll probably watch full screen, only this game, because this game holds a lot of weight. Bills favored -3, over under 45.5 in Steeler Nation. However, it's close to Buffalo. There'll probably be a lot of Bills Mafia out there. So I'm curious what you think about this game, because this game means a lot for both teams.
And that's my game of the week. It's not even close. I love this game so much. Rodgers is back.
Sorry, so repeat what you just said?
No, I was just saying, I have this game as my game of the week. I picked this one early as game of the week. Yeah. Rodgers is back. Confirmed that, which is great for the Steelers, obviously. The scary part of this game is that Allen owns the Steelers. He is 4-1 against the spread against Pittsburgh in his time as a Bills quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, though. He also, according to the stats, owns the Dolphins. And what happened to him against the Dolphins? So for me personally, I'm taking the Steelers to cover +3 here. The Steelers need this win. I get it. The Ravens also needed the win last night, but Joe Cool spanked them around, smacked them around a little bit. But I think the Steelers this is another one of those games where Josh Allen is going to unfortunately have a bad night. When he plays these good defenses like the Texans, I know the Steelers defense goes back and forth, whatever. When he plays these good defenses, he tends to have a rough night.
This is your game of the week, and you're going to the team that you dumped because you said their defense was inconsistent, wasn't good enough. And you're telling me that Josh Allen, after losing a home with the performance that he had versus the Steelers, and we don't even know who's starting. Is Aaron Rodgers confirmed starting? Probably, most likely, yeah, he's probably playing. I have to go with the Bills here. I have to go with the Bills here off of just freaking history, memory, quarterback play, running back play, and not because of defense, because both defenses are wonky or janky, and they'll play however they want to play one week in a different way the next week. Because don't forget, the Bengals won, and the Bengals defense is bad, but the Steelers also got scored on. So, and obviously they had Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. That was the difference. But none of the Jalen Ramsey's playing safety. Yeah, he might cover one guy, but I think the Bills, and hopefully Keon Coleman plays this game. That's another thing. Keon Coleman's coming back. I think he's going to have a big impact on this game and try to fight for his spot on this team, because I'll tell you right now, I definitely think his spot on the team is on the line going with this year and all the missed things that he had this year. And also not just that, missing a game, being a healthy scratch, not a good look. Need the Bills to win this game, just so the Chiefs don't even have a chance, maybe, and also so that the Steelers and the Ravens game we go to next week is just that much sweeter with both teams 6-6 going into week 14. That will be exciting.
That's also why I feel like good about the Steelers here, is because this is like the Ravens have opened the door for them a little bit. They just need to push their way through now, and they can do that this Sunday.
Are you taking them to cover, or are you taking them to win as well?
To cover.
Just to cover? You don't think they're going to win?
Just to cover. I want them to win. I desperately want them to win, but they just... forget it. Money line too. I'll put $1 on it.
Plus 145. $1 instead of $1,000. I hear that. Yeah, I'm gonna take back my $500 off of my mortal, the Texans. I'll put $250 on the fucking Bills. You never know. You know what I mean? Easy money.
How about that? Put $250 on the Bills and the Texans.
Yep. And $2.50 if y'all wondering what 250 stands for. Okay.
Two best bets right there, buddy.
Two best bets. And don't worry, we gave those out for free. Shout out DraftKings, future sponsor of the show. Last game on Sunday. Waiting all day for Sunday night on NBC. Commanders versus the Broncos. The beginning of the season, this game would be amazing. Looking into this, you would think the Commanders would have maybe second place contention in their division with the NFC East, but they don't. They're 3-8, 14th in the NFC. Broncos are only favored -5.5, over under 43.5 in Commanders at the Commanders. What do you think?
I mean, like you said, if beginning of the season, this game seemed very, very exciting. You were happy to see it on the schedule. Unfortunately, now it's just not one of those exciting games. I think that it's going to definitely be under 43.5. Beyond that, the Broncos will probably cover the spread as well. I mean, it's 5.5, which is an odd number. I hate taking 5.5, whether it's +5 or -5.5. But I don't think the Commanders are going to put up many points at all. The Broncos' defense is just too solid. Number 2 defense in the league, whether they're at home or away. They will hold down whatever the Commanders are going to try and end up winning this game by at least 5.5.
I agree. This was my other mortal that I was thinking about picking. If I went through the 1 and 4 p.m. slot and I didn't pick the Browns or maybe the Bills or Steelers as a mortal, I had the Broncos there for a last minute mortal, and I agree. I mean, the spread is definitely interesting, but I think the Broncos can win by 14, or they might win by a field goal, but I still think the -5.5 is a safe bet. They only scored 23.4 points in a game. The Commanders scored 21.5, but I don't think the Commanders will score. I think the Commanders will score a touchdown and a couple field goals against this Broncos defense. So mainly because of that, I think the Broncos will score at least 2 to 3 touchdowns. And with that, they'll definitely hit that -5.5 spread on Sunday night.